I've made mistakes.
Out the window.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I thought I hit gold.
Yeah, it's gonna be
That's awful.
SpongeBob is Sponge Robert.
I've been a good boy. Flying cars, jetpacks and piggybacks. Transport makes up 9% of the UK's GDP, and this week we endeavour to invent a new form of transport to revolutionise the industry. Noah, would you like to go first?
Yeah. So I was thinking, gotta move away from traditional. No more sitting in a big box. Takes up a lot of space, unneeded. Emits loads of bad stuff. Not gonna list it all off because I don't care. So I figured gotta go back to basics. Gotta go simple. So I thought, came up with this new product. Call it the back blade.
Back blade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, and so I thought, you think basics, you think scooter, bike, things from when you're younger. I thought rollerblades, right? But having to actually move everywhere, it's tiring. No one wants to do that. So instead, you've got a series of straps that have wheels on them that connect to your body by just Velcro or whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah.
You strap them on.
Just everywhere.
Yeah.
One's on your elbow, one's on your knee.
So there's one on each calf.
Calf.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one on your butt, your waist. One on your upper back, and then you're wearing a helmet that's got one on the back as well.
Yeah.
So the back blade.
And then you've got there's blades of on your back, like how it's rollerblades, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have a big battery which you strap to your chest, and then you sit there like that. Yeah. You lie down, and then you turn it on. It's electric. And you just
Okay.
And that's your idea.
Yeah. Obviously, I've got more points, but that's for you guys.
Could I ask a question?
Yeah.
How do you see where you're going?
Yeah. That's my first question.
Do you know?
I've got the solution for you, unless you've.
I've got.
I didn't think of that. I thought of all these points, they're going to take this thing. I didn't think of that one.
No.
I don't know.
My solution would be mirrored glasses.
You
look at them.
Knitters have, so you can sit like that and knit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you'd wear those. It'd be part of the helmet.
How do you steer? Is it because they're motorised, so you
you'd have
right elbow goes a bit faster.
Oh no, you'd have a little controller. You just have that.
No. Would it be per wheel? Would it be one wheel on the back or two wheels on the side? Because if it's one wheel on the back, you could motorbike and just tilt.
It would. I'd find it as one on each calf, and then one.
Yeah.
So it's yeah.
So you just pick up one leg
more like a
and
bike.
tilt.
Yeah.
It'd be when you're walking in a city and stuff, and there's a cycle.
Or you just sort of swing your legs, and then it would sort of go that way like a train.
Wait, so you're going feet first?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going head first. I thought you were going backwards.
No, it'd be like going down a water slide.
Oh.
Why would I ever go? Why would you go backwards?
I don't know.
So
when
you're in the city, it's cycle lane. It's just you're about to cross the road. And, oh my god, there's a cyclist.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be like, oh my god, there's a cyclist, because you just step over him.
Yeah.
You can have a little tunnel that they just go through.
Yeah, like a gutter.
Yeah. Because it only needs to be like that big, can't it?
Yeah.
How'd you brake?
It's on the controller.
It's
It's like an electric scooter strapped to your back.
Okay.
So you just
Would it be like scooter wheels, or like skateboard wheels? Because I'd imagine would it be rubber wheels? Because and would there be suspension and stuff? Because otherwise you're
it's
going
to
No, because you'd have the special, like I said, the little tunnels for it.
Oh, so it'd be super smooth concrete.
When you're on the scooter and you hit that smooth piece of tarmac on the road.
No, because I'm an adult.
Well, no, it's like when I was younger, it's like you're going down the hill, it's all like the bumpy gravel, and then you get to the newly laid bit, it's all smooth, and you just keep going back to that bit because it's the best bit.
Yeah.
That proper smooth tarmac.
Yeah. No, it'd just be tunnels that are made of that.
So to have this weird lie on your back transport, there's going to have to be £1 million of infrastructure.
But do you know what else there's millions of pounds of infrastructure going into?
Roads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but roads already exist.
They
Also-
didn't until we made them.
So obviously you could save loads of parking, I guess. But then what happens
Yeah,
if you've bought?
That was another point.
What happens if you've done your week's shopping?
Yeah.
And just like
You get a trailer. There's a hook on top of the helmet. You just hook it on, drag it behind you.
It gets stuck on a stone or something, just pulls your head off.
Oh, no, it wouldn't, because it's on really smooth tarmac. But no, it's you can walk with it on. You can get up, walk around with all.
That's my point. So you could have the on your back when you're lying down. You're at your destination. The feet one, like your calf one, they hit the brakes, and then your back gets sprung up. You just like Dracula, just like
yeah.
That's a great idea.
I'm here.
So I was going to say, because what if they're quite heavy wheels? How would you get up? But that's how.
Just imagine, where's Noah? He's late.
Yeah, I'm here.
He's goes around, walking around, just wheels on his back.
If everyone's doing it.
But then you'd have to do the awkward like toddler sit down, lie on your back.
Yeah, but everyone also does the awkward. I'm getting my box. Like once it becomes the norm.
You keep calling your car a box.
I don't have a car.
But you keep calling it a car.
Cars are boxes, aren't they? Sort of smooth boxes. They're getting boxier.
This would only work if you're going. Say you're going to work and you're going to be in that one place all day, because then you can take it off, leave it there, and then put it back on at the end of the day. But if you're going shopping and you're having to walk around with this stuff on all day, it's probably going to be quite tiring.
No, it's lightweight. It's only wheels.
Trolley wheels.
Yeah,
one of them's going like that.
They're going to have to be decent wheels, right?
Yeah, they'd be like rollerblade wheels.
They're not decent wheels.
Oh no. What you could do is
but they'd be high quality versions of them.
Instead of it being on your back, you can put them all on your front, lie forward like that, have like a frame that your elbows can sit into,
skeleton or whatever it is.
But then put on the new Apple Vision Pro, like have the augmented thing. You just like going around like on Tron or something, just like whizzing you around.
Cool. I don't know why I want to go on the
turn
back.
left.
Yeah. It's got like speedo.
Yeah, I don't know why I decided you have to be on your back for it, but I
Um,
suppose you could always just strap them on the other way. Wear your helmet back.
Or you could, everywhere could be super smooth and everyone can go down in like one of those Hessian sacks, like on a helter skeleton.
do you reckon you'd have different levels? So if you're just a city dweller and you're just doing like little 5-minute trips, you've got like one with like rollerblade wheels. But if you're a commuter, you've got one with like massive like truck wheels.
Like monster truck wheels. You're like 6 feet up.
You're like, oh, I've got to go like an hour of backblading or whatever to get to work. And you get them set up and it's like, it's nice and whatever. You lie on your back and 5 minutes into it, it starts tipping it down. And you're like, I regret this.
All on your face.
Got little glasses with window wipers.
I've made mistakes. Everyone else is going past in their box going, idiot.
Yeah, but look how much space that box is taking up.
I've saved so much on parking alone.
Yeah.
I think for cities, for little trips, I think there's something in this, but I think for anything more than that,
well,
it's not safe.
The idea wasn't make a new thing to replace cars, it's just make a new way of travel, which I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. To be fair though, it's a bit like how when the little Segway hoverboard things come in, but then everyone was falling over. Whereas you take that aspect out of it because they've already fallen over.
Yeah,
they're on the back. They can't fall over anymore.
I was thinking that, like, you know, the one where it's like a single wheel and you just stand on it and lean. It sort of like that. It's just
instead of it being wheels, you have to Velcro to yourself. You're not just, like mechanics when you have those special like skateboard things that they go on and they can slide themselves into cars and stuff. You just motorise one of them.
Oh yeah, rather than separate wheels.
You can't walk around with that on your back, going all the way down to your legs.
It could be one of those ones that you can roll it out and it won't bend past where you rolled it out, but you can roll back in.
Or it could be it's a board from your butt up to your head. It's a board and it's got a couple of wheels
but then
on.
you'd have to plank your legs.
And then separate ones that go on your legs. Then
but what looks stupider, just wheels strapped onto your back or like big boards.
Yeah, but how uncomfortable would it be to have the gap in between the wheels?
How
If you're lying
uncomfortable
on
would
a
it be
board-
not be able to bend your legs because you got boards going down?
No, the board stops at your butt. There's no
No, you
board.
said separate ones for your
no,
legs.
no, just separate wheels. Just
Oh.
separate wheels on your legs, and then a
Right,
board
right.
from your butt up to your head, so you can move your legs freely. But then you're lying on a board.
It's tacky.
Can you remember when I was younger and you had that scooter that had like the weird V frame
Yeah, you
on
had
it,
to
and you had
wiggle.
like, wiggle your butt to go
Yeah,
forward.
yeah, that was quite cool actually.
How does that
Green
work?
machine.
Dunno.
Everyone should just have a green machine.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember that ad where it's
Drifting.
like driving around on the
You know,
Estate? What?
Skate park?
what those record player? There's an
Oh.
ad where it's driving around on a record player.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
I always wanted it.
I can remember you always wanted one, and then every time you go out, you see one of your friends that live down the street just going along like.
Yeah, and I'm like, I really want to go.
One of my friends had one as well.
Yeah.
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 Fair play.
That's pretty much my idea.
Mm.
So,
Any other points you need to add to it?
not really, that was it. Like,
Okay.
how much can you add to a perfect idea?
Yeah.
Wait, and you say you'd have a battery on your chest, so you not only have to carry all of these wheels,
Oh,
you'd have
batteries
to
are
carry
heavy.
a battery as well.
Mm.
If you want a decent charge on it, it's going to be
Mm.
heavy.
But it's not like you're carrying it, it's just placed on your chest. It's just like, a
Like
weight.
20 kilograms.
Just like a car battery.
Yeah, so everyone that it would be easy, and everyone would be built. Like everyone would be
However-
shredded.
Actually, yeah.
because
If you're
they're-
like, hang on. You're saying, oh, you don't want people to plank their legs on Samuel's board idea, but if you had a back blade, you'd have to do a back.
no,
like,
because
backwards
you're
plank.
supported at each point. That
Yeah.
like, there's one on your calves which hold up your feet and up to your knees,
Hmm.
and then there's one like on your butt that
Right.
would carry like the other bit, and then it's like every bit where you'd sort of droop, there's a wheel to sort of prop you up.
Right.
So there's
This-
one on your
this-
head.
this-
I just think that
shoulders.
would hurt.
I
anyway.
think this would be
Mm.
one of those like, you know, those shoes that have like your toes out, or like barefoot shoes, but you can see your toes as well.
Yeah.
This is going to be
Like
like that
sandals.
because when people see people wearing them, or like wearing your back blade, you'll be like, you're one of them.
Yeah.
It's cool though.
I think a better
I would wear
idea, a better idea for the battery would be if you had the board that I suggested, the good idea, and then on the bottom you do wheels thick enough so that you can have the battery attached to the bottom of the board.
You still have to carry it though when you're walking around.
No, but then you'd only use it for when you're going to one destination. You take it off, so you take it off,
But you could,
roll out
it
with
could
it.
come with like a backpack or something, and then when you're done, you just chuck it on the backpack.
Right, so you know, like you're leaving the office, you grab your helmet, and they go, "Oh, did you cycle here?" It's like, not quite.
Put it on. It's got a big hook on the top for your shopping and a big wheel on the back.
Can you have? Is there a way you could have passengers? Just lie face down on top of you.
Yeah, I'd have to go like the other way around, like
Top and tail.
yeah.
Got all your gear and stuff in the office. Oh, are you into fitness? Yeah, fitness battery on my chest.
Yeah, but it'd be right once you're let down because it's just like you're not carrying it; you're just getting crushed. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's not a bad idea. There's flaws to it. I think for in a city or something, small journeys, I think
Mm.
is a good idea.
Like delivery drivers just carry their with like the bags behind them,
Mm,
and then yeah, they just like drive around.
fair enough.
Yeah. No, good idea.
It's got wheels. So
Like
It takes you from A to B, I suppose.
if you're like, oh, I really need to get into that corner shop, but there's nowhere to park. You literally get up, go buy what you need, go outside, lie down, gone again.
Can you do one that's you sat down instead of laying down, and
I mean, you could,
maybe
but
you've
this,
got
you
some
just-
sort of
just have
outer
to sit.
shell, some aircon,
Oh, yeah.
an engine.
hang on a minute. So you imagine like, oh, you just found yourself in a night out. You're steaming. If you've had a few drinks, you've ordered your Uber. Like, oh, this one's really cheap. He turns out, he's like, get on.
You have to just lie on top of
Then you
it.
sit on his sit on
Just
his
sit on
chest. Like, knees up to your chest, and right, here we go then. You'd have to tip. You'd have to tip that Uber. Oh, my friends are here as well. Did you go on Uber Babe XL and just like hook your trailer on?
Yeah, you'd have to sit in a trailer and they'd pull you behind like on their head.
Just like 6 people sat in a trailer, and this is one guy just like dragging it.
His batteries are running low. It's like
It's
barely
like,
moving.
all sat in his train. How long have you been doing this? It's like, this isn't actually my full-time job.
Yeah. Imagine going up a hill, dragging a bunch of
Could you
people.
imagine going down a hill?
Yeah.
Oh, again, yeah, up a hill, he's like,
Yeah, and then going down, you're just like, ah.
brakes aren't working, can you guys stick your feet out?
Yeah.
Like, so you put them down like you're on a bike and the brakes.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea. Fair
Yeah.
play.
You don't want to go next?
I think I will get next.
Yeah.
Because it's in a similar sort of, like...
Okay, yeah.
So, I was thinking I want to do some sort of green travel thing. Like, because if you're in a city, you want to reduce your emissions.
Oh, so
Is it
it's
like-
something electric,
No, even better. So,
lightweight, small.
maybe, no. So, it's using gravity and stuff like that. So obviously a lot of urban areas are quite flat, like you think of a city and stuff. So I wanted to essentially put everyone in a wingsuit, and then they can go, oh, I'm going from this office down the road to Mackey's. They can just go out the window and glide down. You don't have to go down the elevator and walk across the road.
Yeah.
You can just go out the window and glide down.
First question, what if your work has 1 floor?
That's my second point. Can you remember moon shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moon shoes, but way bouncier. So you start off, you know, get a good run up, and then you jump, yeah, and it springs you into the air, and then you execute your wingsuit, fly down.
About 10 foot.
And then you do it again.
What you're saying is, rather than being like, oh, it's one of those people, and then driving around a little back blade, you'd be someone that runs around with a cape on and big, like, massive moon shoes that you can't walk properly in, so you'll be walking on that.
People be like, is it a bird, is it a plane? No, it's Terry from Accounts.
He's going to get his lunch.
He's late for his meeting.
He gets there, he's all sweaty and like...
Yeah, and obviously...
Sorry guys, I had to glide my way here, my hair's a mess.
With improving technology, so Apple Vision Pro, you put the headset on, you can glide down, you're like, oh, I've got my meeting, it's across the road in that building over there, 5 stories up, little home and beacon in your set, and glide straight in.
What if you miss and hit the building?
There's a few health and safety concerns with your idea.
What if you miss and a car hits you? Like a bird on a windshield.
So we have some things to iron out. But I think we have potential here.
To make it worthwhile, the moon shoes have to be the moon shoes are going to have to be pretty effective. Yeah. You're going to have to go really high to actually be able to get a good enough distance to actually make it quicker than walking.
Why not? Rather than having moon shoes, you have, like, you know in New York they have like the vents where all the steam comes out and all the villains walk through them. You'd have those are everywhere anyway. Why don't they like sort of do them up, and it's like they're so powerful, you stand on them, you hold your cape out like that or whatever it is, and it just catches you and you just go, you fly up really high and you glide. You find the next one because they're just around everywhere anyway.
Yeah, rather than having moon shoes, you've got spots all across the city that's throw you into the air.
Grappling hooks. I basically just said be Batman.
Yeah, but grappling hooks would just bring you towards a building.
No, so
So you then go, the grappling hook would drag you in, you go into the air, go like that, straight into the building.
Well, no, because you go halfway to the building and then you put your wingsuit out and then you steer.
Yeah, but what?
Fly away.
You don't know how to.
Then I will do a training course in Central Park.
Yeah.
I feel like this mode of transport is a very niche. Not many people could have the skills and strength to... I know I couldn't just fly around the city.
Yeah. I don't think many people would want to as well.
Could you imagine, you're leaving the office today, you're really tired, and it's like, oh, God's sake, I have to glide home. Go up to the top story, put your goggles on, you're like...
There'd be a lot of people on the subway with their wingsuit in a
Yeah.
bag, and then going, yeah, not today.
Yeah,
That's what I
not
mean.
feeling it.
It's not very relaxed. What you're like? Oh, what if it's raining when you're let down? What if it's raining when you're wingsuit? You're flying around, just chucking it down. It's like hailing it or something. You're like, oh, and you keep landing and having to go up and down again. It's not very.
I feel sick.
Would it be like one of those squirrel suits? We just go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question with that is, how do you land? Because they have parachutes.
Bench
See?
knees.
Wait, so you're gonna glide down like that, and you either just like
Super
scrape
smack,
along the
superhero
floor,
landing. Or they can land on the back and with the back leg.
or
Get straight into it.
you like straight into the floor, and you just scrape down. You get grazes all over your legs.
Ouch. What about if you actually have to go uphill?
Yeah. You go up on that vent or whatever it is, the moon shoes, straight.
It's just land.
You just
So,
go
you know
nowhere.
on basically all the Spider-Man movies, but in the first one with Green Goblin, and Spider-Man wants to launch himself over to where Green Goblin is, so he spiderwebs onto the. I was going to do the hand movements then, but that'd be lame. Yeah, so and he's like pulls himself back, and then he just launches himself like that.
Yeah.
Wingsuit.
So what? You just have
Are we gonna
bungee ropes.
rather than having like you have things? It'd just be like set up points, same as like the thingies.
What are those?
You just have slingshots everywhere.
No,
Yeah.
Put yourself back.
not a slingshot. You know, in medieval times, like in
Well,
all
the
the
catapult thing.
like that catapults, and you just like.
Yeah.
So you're at dinner time, honey.
It's when you don't leave the seat and you just go. Boom.
They can stop there, which then sends you flying, right?
Yeah, it's when you.
Wingsuit out, and then I don't know. Maybe we can put some sort of jetpack on it, and just like
Just you can get rid of everything if you just have jetpack.
What? You get in the catapult. See you later, honey. You forget to put the wingsuit on. It's just flying. You're gonna land somewhere. I don't know. I'm not
it's like
really.
falling something. I know I forgot something.
Just flying through the air. Like, Yeah. No, I don't.
I think there's a lot of things to iron out on that.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I thought I hit gold here.
Really?
I was like, oh, I can't really say much about this because it's energy efficient and yeah, this was great. Everyone was.
It's
good.
energy efficient. It's just not efficient.
This does go back to that thing where people. It's like if you could fly, it'd be seen as exercise, and people wouldn't do it.
True. True.
I've never heard that.
So
Why would you do that if you could just buy a bird simulator? And do that instead.
so you guys wouldn't be interested in my.
I don't think so.
wingsuit?
I think.
I'd rather go on this and just zoom around everywhere on my back.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a lost cause.
No.
There's something there.
Maybe in a few years' time, like you'd have like Iron Man repulsors on your feet, and then you just sort of glide around. But then that's just flying. If you had the technology to make like the jetpacks on your feet, you just have a jetpack.
Is there? So obviously you've got jetpacks, which are like rocket, like whatever. You've got the water one where it sucks in water and sprays it out.
Yeah.
Is there an air one where it just sucks in air and?
That's
Yeah.
a jetpack.
But no, but like
No, I've seen this guy.
without like the rocket.
Yeah,
like
they just
the-
have big air turbines and things like that. Have you not seen it?
No.
There's
Oh,
a guy.
they-
I
they
saw,
have
I
them
saw
at,
that
like,
video.
10
He's going across like the channel
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
on it.
He was on
Really?
above water. He's just like.
Yeah,
That'd be
it's
good.
like massive, like almost like gauntlets on it. It's just like.
Really?
Good
That's
idea,
cool.
and that's why it's already been made.
Well, it's just not my idea. I was just wondering.
Mm.
That would
So
be-
what other elements? It's like can they fire earth out their heads? Fire.
That's a jetpack.
Yeah. So we just need earth now. The earth pack.
It's just rocks.
You're like frozen.
Don't stand below
Like
them.
frozen, but instead of ice coming out, it's just like dirt.
Yeah. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? Nice. Okay.
Imagine, like your society's like superhero, like in comics or whatever, and you get like the really cool superheroes. Like I can't think of any now, but like Human Torch or whatever. It's like flames, and you're mud guy. It's not even dry mud, it's just wet, sloppy mud.
It's just like the only thing you're good for is making nice pottery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? Because when you think back to before cars, people had this probably
The penny farthing.
Yeah, and they laughed at him.
Wait, what's that? Is that the one with the big wheel?
Big
wheel,
Yeah.
and tiny wheel at the back.
No, I can imagine that they had a very similar discussion to this one, almost identical. And they came up with cars, and now everyone drives a car.
The first car was slow, inefficient, and made you feel sick.
Yeah. Wasn't there still a crash in it? It went like 2 miles an hour.
I think so. Or like the only two cars in Ohio crashed into each other.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether I'm making this up, but I probably am. It was like you used to have someone walking in front of the car to let other people know that there's a car coming, and then when they go downhill, they'd end up just running over that person.
I didn't know that.
Because it's like, it was slow enough that you could just walk in front of the car. And so they'd have people like, oh, walk in front of my car,
Alright.
just so you don't run people over. And then they'd go uphill or whatever, and it's fine. Or flat, it's fine. And they'd go downhill, and obviously it's on wheels, it'd just pick up speed.
Yeah.
And it'd be like running the person in front of them over.
So, sorry, side note. Talk about old cars and stuff. I remember learning in school and whatever, they're about the Blitz in the UK, and how it's like, oh, they had to turn all their lights off and all this stuff. I remember thinking, oh, do they have to turn all their headlights off on their cars? Like, how did anyone see where they're going? Almost nobody had cars back then, but it's in my
good point.
child head, I was like, well, everyone has a car. Did they just
When-
drive around in the dark?
In the 40s.
Yeah, that's a good point. I
Yeah,
had
yeah, but not every single person had a
Yeah.
car.
I had a thought like that as well.
They were...
Do you
If
remember?
they had tanks in the 40s, I think they'd have cars.
Yeah, but it wasn't common. It was not everyone had a Saxo. Like,
Yeah.
No, but there would have been enough.
I suppose cars, if you think about it, I don't know how they came about, but like if you think about, we went from riding horses to horses pulling a carriage to putting an engine in a carriage and creating a car.
Yeah.
So it sort of evolved.
One thing that always baffles me is
And now
how's-
horses drive cars.
We sit on a horse.
What?
We sit on a horse as it drives a car.
Also, we're whipping it like, yeah.
Yeah. Right, yeah. What?
So yeah, when you see all these cars out and about and stuff, especially when you go to like a big shopping centre and they've got loads of cars everywhere and they've got the big shopping. Do you ever think like, where's all this material coming from to make all of these cars? And it's like, how is there that much stuff?
Yeah.
Or you go to like a city, like when we went to Manhattan, how is there that much stuff to even make all of these buildings?
Yeah, it's
Do you
meant to,
know,
innit?
you wouldn't need all that stuff if you had backroads.
Yeah, you could change a road from being as wide as it is to just two people
Like
wide.
the width of this table.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do think that sometimes so. And I think you see the amount of cars in the world, in the buildings and stuff, and it's like, how did they do that so quickly?
Honestly,
Baffles me.
it's like in America they became independent in the late 1700s, and yet they built these like I know they had like the discovering the west coast, like say California and all that stuff, and then they have these massive cities.
Yeah.
How did they
I mean,
do
look
that?
at the...
We've
Hoover
worked
Dam.
in construction.
Yeah.
We know stuff takes a long time. How
Yeah.
did they build it so quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah, they built the Hoover Dam, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's massive.
Yeah.
Is that the one that
In Vegas.
made Vegas because they had the lake then?
hydroelectric power and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
It's
Yeah.
also in Transformers.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't watched it in a long time. I can't remember. But it's how they make all this stuff.
Yeah. It's cool, huh?
Do you know, they could save a lot of materials if they, like... It's going to sound stupid, but if you moved to Antarctica, you could make buildings out of ice, and you get from water. It's never going to go away, because it's not warm there, is it?
You
Stay
mean
up.
igloo?
No, but it's skyscraper.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do that out of ice, would you? You would.
Go down the stairs. Out the window.
That's why you got a wingsuit on.
Land into my back blade. But there, it'd just be ice skates rather than rollerblades.
The back blade just makes me think of Beyblades. It's like get two people on a back blade into a pit.
I'm thinking of
They're just hitting each other.
you know on Big Hero 6, is that the girl with the. was it
Oh,
a
she
girl?
has like discs on her feet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Oh.
Really, yeah.
Right, shall I do my idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, sure.
my ideas.
Ooh, plural.
Ooh.
So I broke it down into 3 sets. Don't read my notes.
I can't anyway. Handwriting's rubbish.
I broke it down. So I wanted travel for day to day, right?
Right.
Travel for further commutes,
Mhm.
and then travel for even further travel, like between countries.
Okay. So, local,
Yeah.
domestic, and international.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a better way of breaking it down. I literally put day to day, further commutes, further travel. So my day to day, so I thought of it as like, so you know in the old cartoons, like the old Scooby Doo,
Yeah.
and when they walk, their feet slide forwards as well as they walk.
Right.
And you know, like at airports when you walk on the thingy,
Escalator thingy.
escalator thingy,
Yeah.
and it takes you
Or travelator or whatever.
travelator, yeah. And as you're walking, you're also moving forwards on the floor. So I thought you could have boots that have ball bearings on the bottom, and
You fall over.
so as you walk, they slide at the same time that your
That's
foot's
a
on the
thing.
ground.
It's called the Heelys.
No,
but
there's
that's-
a thing. They've got like you know what the things that are on diggers where they go like that.
Tracks.
Yeah, they've got those on some shoes. I've seen it.
What? And as you walk, it slides forwards.
Yeah, it's like motorised. You just
I should be rich.
But no, put ball bearings. They seem way more slippery and dangerous.
I've seen this concept with shoes, but when each step you take, it's got this glider thing, so it pushes the front of your foot to it pushes your foot along. So each step you take a step and a half.
Okay, so that's sort of
Yeah,
Sort
that's,
of
similar.
same.
that's
yeah.
what it was. It was like you're moving, but then so are the things on your feet, so you're actually walking super fast. I
How
can't
weird
remember
would
where
it-
I saw it?
How weird would it be though if, like, whatever example it is, you're walking through a city and everyone's wearing them, and you just stand and look, and everyone's like,
It'd be like when you get off. It's like get off of a trampoline. You're so used to bouncing on the trampoline, you stand on the normal ground. You're like, whoa.
yeah, yeah.
It's really solid
Okay, so that's obviously a really good idea.
because it's already been done.
Yeah, oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so further commutes.
Mine's been done.
Bigger shoes.
Yeah. So this is quite
Longer shoes.
this is quite funny actually, because it's actually very similar to your idea,
Oh,
but better.
Oh, okay. Can it get better?
jetpack.
So wait, you tore my idea down. And you have the same idea.
Not quite, nearly,
Okay.
pretty much. So I thought you could have boots, right? And the boots have something from the bottom that retract in, like spring-loaded, okay? And then when you press the button, they and they fling you really high up.
What if you're inside and you accidentally press the button?
You're lying down on your bed. Your feet are like kind of you're just like arched like that and whatever.
Yeah.
It's like feet are on the floor, but
With
you're lying
bees
back,
on.
and it just like accidentally goes off and just like spins you.
Well, like your knees are bent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so then I imagine, so you're obviously up in the air, and then you know, like the fans that you have where you open it up and you go.
like when a girl's drying their makeup.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna
And
open
then it
those up and
closes
like
up.
fly.
Your gliders will be like that. So
Oh.
you just have them now, and then you glide. Okay, and then
Actually, your idea.
you wear a parachute, and that's how you land.
You added the parachute, didn't you?
No, it was a-
It's gonna be a bit theatrical. It's like spring.
yeah.
But here's the thing,
Coming in.
and I'm gonna say to you what you said to Robert. Why not just wear a jetpack?
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper. Everyone can afford it. And I imagine with using, like, if you think about how high you could probably get and then glide and then land, you could probably do about 10 miles in a go.
How high are you getting?
Jesus Christ! What
I
if
ju-
you
I
do
ju-
accidentally do it indoors?
I literally just
You
came
would
up
be
with that
dead.
number.
You made it up.
I just thought it sounded
you're
good.
like, oh, check out these new shoes. straight into the ceiling, crash. Literally, you're dead.
What if they don't work and you take them off? You're like, what the fuck's going on? What the hell's going on? And then it's upside down. It's just like, boom.
It'd probably just kick your face off. I'm not,
Probably.
yeah. It has all the same safety issues that robots have,
Yeah.
and it
I think it's a great idea.
really.
Thank you. What would you call it?
The Falcon.
Cool.
You might have copyright issues.
Jumpy.
Pigeon.
What are
Jumpy
the
jump
what are the
face.
thingies called?
Fans.
Fold away.
Father
help me.
Father help.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called.
No,
You can call it the fan.
fantastic.
Just call it like the squirrel suit.
No, but
Be
that's
like
already a
on
thing.
Mario, and he just turns into a squirrel.
Yeah. No, but squirrel suits are already a thing. So this
What
would
if
be
you to
the...
call it the super?
Super cool.
Okay, anyway. So that's that. That's for commuting to work.
Yeah.
And then you get there and you want to walk a bit quicker to get lunch. So you put your...
You could call it the Sajum,
The only problem you're
which
going to
stands
have.
for super awesome jumping machine.
Okay, sure.
The only problem you're going to have is what do you do with all this extra time that you're going to have from because you're obviously going to save so much time commuting.
Yeah, sleep. What do I call my boots? Speed boots. Speed boots on. Bing bang bong. Anyway, then further travel, so like international or cross country or whatever, there would be big solar powered drones, and they have a seat underneath, and they can travel 1,000 miles in one charge.
What if?
And if it's sunny, it can travel further.
You're making up these numbers.
What
Yes.
if? What if? Get this. You made loads of seats on it, like hundreds, and then you gave it like big wings and turbines on it, and you got a pilot to drive it as well,
A horse to drive it.
and then and a horse with a pilot to sit on. Go in the cockpit as a car on a horse.
Joe, I just thought, obviously, Santa's real. Whoever made it up, they went, how is he going to get around? I know.
Well, at the time,
Reindeer on sleigh.
no, at the time, horses were taking carriages, weren't they? Like they were
So they
pulling
went,
carriages.
we can use horses, that's already been done.
And deers are, like reindeers are pretty magic, aren't they? They can fly, so it makes sense. I mean, we don't know that. Have you ever seen one?
They could have used any animal, they could have used like badgers.
Yeah, I was thinking badger. I was like, you're not going to use a badger, are you?
I imagine it's just like
What?
magic dust on the badgers, and then just like,
Reindeer. Did they get the name from the fact that they would put on the reins to carry a sleigh, or were they reindeer and then they were like, that's just a weird coincidence. We're going to put reins. on it as well."
Maybe
That's
I don't
a
know
good
that. I don't know this, but what if they actually used like deer, that type of deer, in snowy places where they didn't have horses?
Because there's a lot of reindeer there.
Yeah.
Because of the was it Arctic tundra or whatever.
Yeah. So what if it's just like rather than having horses because they didn't have any, they had those because they're pretty much horses with horns. Aren't they?
Animals.
Yeah.
Unicorn.
whatever. So it's like, and then they're just like, oh, they're reindeer. But then I guess we don't call them rain
Well,
horses.
the thing is, when you're a kid, you don't question any of it.
no, you just go, yep, that's correct. Sounds about right.
Don't question anything. You just take stuff at face value. You go,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, cool, that is legit.
Yeah. Anyway, back to my drone idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have a big solar panel on the top,
Mm-hmm.
obviously 4 propellers, and yeah, little seat on the back on the bottom, and then it's got a little bupper on it. It's like the bikes and stuff in cities. You just go up to it, beep, put in your destination, sit in it. Off you go.
It's gonna get so loud everywhere.
Yeah. True. No, it goes really high.
Yeah.
Really high, you can't breathe. Get to your destination.
That'd be
you
quite
go
cool,
bicycle.
And then if it's sunny, well, it goes above the clouds. So it goes above the clouds. It's like Superman. It just charges as it flies.
Could you imagine the people? Superman charge it. What?
Yeah, have you not
Was he a
seen Man of
battery?
Steel?
I know he, like, the sun gives him his power. He's not,
the sun.
he's not like a battery, is he? He's whatever. Moving on. Where was I going with this? You know, could you imagine, like, there's people in charge of these drones. They're like you know, like the fashion people. No, like you're saying, it's someone's like, yeah, well, here you are, is the drone. You like when we went on the bikes in New York, they you rent it and then you have to drop off at a different rental place, but the drone gets there and you're just not on it. You fell off at some point.
Well, your body's left on it, but not your legs. I don't know how that would happen. It drove.
Yo, dude, I don't know where my legs went.
You drove too close to a mountain or something. Just takes your legs off.
You go past a building and it like clips it. Your legs are just takes it off. Yeah, I don't know. Why would that happen?
Don't know.
How would you not die from blood loss?
Sorry, going back to you know when we were saying about how when you're a kid you take stuff at face value, like reindeer flying, you go, oh, okay, cool, yeah, that's how Santa gets around. Duh. When I was younger, I you know, Remembrance Sunday, when it's like we shall remember him lest we forget.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I heard it. I interpreted it. I heard it as we will remember them unless we forget. And as a kid, I was like, makes sense. Like I didn't comprehend. It's like, that's awful.
Yeah.
That's awful. That clearly can't be what they're saying.
Yeah.
But it's just like, and then everyone in chorus goes, unless we forget. And then just like everyone said, we will remember them unless we forget.
What does lest we forget mean?
Yeah, what does lest mean?
I don't know. It's another thing I've just taken at face value.
Yeah.
I think I assume it means we will never forget. We'll always remember them because we won't forget.
I feel like it's
But yeah.
we will never. Yeah.
But yeah,
Lest
little
we
child
forget.
me in school, assemblies, and it's like, we will always remember them unless we forget.
Unless we forget. No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
I always used to have like, same with the Santa stuff. It's like I used to have like nightmares about the Easter Bunny, because I remember seeing it somewhere, a man in a bunny suit, but like he was like sort of connected to the bunny suit.
You see men in bunny suits all the time now.
Not that kind of bunny.
That's called a Saturday for you.
No, it's like it must have been like a horror movie or something.
Yeah.
He is the bunny, but I don't know. I can't really explain it. And I used to have nightmares that I'd wake up and there's this dude in my room dressed up as a bunny. He's just dropping eggs off in my room. I didn't like it.
That's another, face value. You're like, oh, it's Easter.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Jesus died and was reborn.
A rabbit
So
gives you
this
eggs.
bunny brings you a chocolate egg.
That makes
A bunny
sense.
with a chocolate egg. They don't lay eggs.
Yeah.
None of it made any
Could
sense.
you imagine
Yeah,
if
we're
it-
all like, okay.
How weird it would be if it's a Easter chicken that comes around and lays an egg in your room, and the egg's chocolate. That'd be even weirder.
No, because chickens lay eggs, whereas an Easter bunny, none
Feels more right that it's a rabbit.
How? Just because it always has been.
There's like two fairies as well. Why would a fairy come in to collect your teeth?
Because she's a fairy, duh.
I don't know.
What
Why would an old fat guy come give you presents?
There's many reasons.
Why is that?
I've been a good boy.
Why would he have a bunch of little people working for him?
What, the elves and yeah.
Why did you say little
See,
people?
none of it makes any
Little.
sense.
They're elves.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of it makes any sense. Yeah, as a kid, you just go, okay.
Yeah. Like if none of that existed and you wanted to pitch one of them as like a story idea, they'd be like, "What are you on about? That's just stupid."
It's silly.
But it's not.
No.
Travel.
Travel. So, what's your
Easter
continent
bunny get
one?
around?
Like
The drone. Huh?
How does the Easter Bunny get around?
Backblade.
That's a good point, actually.
Hops.
Yeah, because like Santa's got a sleigh and whatever, two fairy flies.
It doesn't
What's
it
the bunny
just
like
like
hop around?
disappear underground and pop up where it needs to.
What's
Are
that?
you
That
the
Guardians
Rise of the
movie.
Guardians? Yeah, but that's not lore, is it? It's a film.
So, sorry, what's
Anyway.
your
Travel.
travel?
Yeah, the drone. So the
Oh,
bird drone.
drone. Okay, and it can travel thousands of miles
Yeah. So I've got the
based on your evidence of.
yeah. So I've got the shoes, the ball bearing boots.
Yeah.
Right.
They're already a thing.
The really clever glider and the drone.
Nice.
Right. Should we
The
vote?
synchronized. Nice.
I'll go first. I'm gonna vote for Noah's idea.
Well, I had 3 ideas.
I rejected your idea
Oh shit.
because the first idea is already done, like the shoes one. That's someone's already invented that.
Yeah, but I didn't
Second
know that.
idea, I just invented that by combining 2 different things and saying it's new.
Mm.
And then your drone transport thing, that's called a helicopter.
Think about that.
Oh
Who
yeah.
came up with the helicopter? Who was like, yeah, if we get this box.
I think
and
wasn't it Da Vinci come up with like the concept of a helicopter, but then he didn't have the
Oh yeah, he had
technology.
the spinny thing. Didn't he?
Yeah.
It was like a whirl, not blades.
Yeah, I think Noah's one. I think ironing out some of these details of the how it's going to work on your back and stuff. But I do think. Have you seen the guys on the bikes that are lying down practically
Like
on the floor
Squidward.
and you can just pedal like that?
Mm.
Yeah.
Squidward is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you see, I saw this thing the other day talk about because in that episode of SpongeBob when his cousin is called Squilliam.
Yeah.
No.
And it's like so basically they just have normal names, but they
Edward.
put
And William.
it's Squidward is Edward.
Ah.
And
Or SpongeBob.
Squilliam. No, it's just the Squidward characters. Like, their names.
SpongeBob is Sponge Robert.
Why?
No, Patrick is. That's not.
Sponge
so,
Robert.
So I vote for Noah because
Sponge. Bob is Robert.
Sponge Robert's my father. Call me SpongeBob.
Why
so-
would you just like with Squidward? It's the squid is the bit that you drop. Why are you? Well, surely it would just be
Sponge.
Bob. No, why are we just? Why are we leaving the sponge in?
I don't know.
Oh, obviously it's not SpongeBob. It's Sponge Robert, obviously.
So, guys, no, you got my vote
Okay.
Oh, okay.
because I think that
Can I
with
go
some iron
second?
out, you could go for it.
So obviously, I'm at tough decision here because you've both done the same thing. But then it would make more sense to pick Samuel's
Because he's got more stuff.
because he's got other ideas that aren't the same.
Okay.
Because I feel like picking yours against his is unfair because they're the same thing. Whereas his against yours is slightly fairer because he's got other ideas other than the one that you two both did. So it just makes more sense to pick his. Not that I think they're better,
It's just more.
but I can't justifiably pick yours.
Yeah. So at this
So, yeah.
point, it is quantity over quality.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So vote for you.
Okay, so I've got a vote. Noah's got a vote.
Oh, I've just voted for you.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what he said.
No, yeah. I've got. No.
Oh. I thought you were like left to vote. I was like, yeah, I just did it. Were you not listening?
Where were you?
In his head, he's just like, Sponge Robert.
I'm gonna vote for Noah
I'm going to storm off.
because
There's another easy
even though
one.
I did the same idea, hearing it from someone else, I realised how terrible it was.
Could you imagine? You're looking at like the view of a landscape, and with cars, it's like, oh, there's this cars. But you're looking at the view of a landscape, and there's just people up and down.
So yeah, so Noah gets my vote. I think if you adopt the board, like I said, from the butt to the head,
Not done that.
and the barrier underneath, then you really got something going on there.
Not done that. And there's no takesies backsies.
I go.
Okay, well Noah wins.